Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York. You're looking at the supreme beam, the sun, at the top, and then you're looking at sky art. I discovered the other day, I said, the sky is art. It makes amazing visuals. So today I took a picture of this particular work of art. It looks like a bunny to me with ears and a head. And this looks like a hand with a finger pointing to the building. It's, nature is art. The trees are different and they're magnificent. Nature is magnificent art. And human beings are also supposed to be art. Many of them are pigs, as Owen Benjamin points out, and many of them are robots. But they're supposed to be, if they'll be themselves, like Owen Benjamin, they'll be works of art. Or like Michael Bublé is a work of art. He used to be Frank Sinatra, and he used to be Elvis Presley. He was works of art even then. Okay, let me begin. This is something I observed. You achieve in one life, then in the next life you admire your previous life's achievement. You study your past achievements as though you were a stranger. You fall in love with your past life, self. You become your former self, because to fall in love is to become that which you are loving. So if you fall in love with, and that's what Charan Singh said, I think we're supposed to fall in love with ourselves. And then, if you fall in love with yourself, for example, I was Einstein in a previous life. If I fall in love with Einstein this life, I become Einstein again, you see. And then you can use those abilities. That's right. Bublé was Sinatra and Elvis and Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, and others. Z. Michelle Birdsong was Einstein, Shakespeare, and Freud, and many other people, Socrates, etc. Gurinder Singh was the Buddha, and he was the son of the sun, the enlightened one, the Buddha. Okay, so that's why Charan Singh, a king, said, learning is not putting new information into somebody's mind. It's awakening that which is already there, latent. And more than connecting the dots, I'm putting bits and pieces of information in my mind into its proper context. Okay, and the video that I want to tell you about is called 087, The Strange Death of Comedy. Tom Hanks talked dirty to me. Theater Dreams. Is that Theater Dreams? I think so. It's an Owen Benjamin video. You need to check it out. He talks about pedophiles, anal sex. He talks about his Bad Night Terror, which were seeds for his comedy. Make jokes of the monsters. He says Disney, ABC Kids, Nickelodeon hire pedophiles. California. People are retarded, he said. Taxation's death. Feminism is cancer. He may be quoting other people here. I just wrote down the words. And then feminism became manipulative, and taxation became theft. It's all, now this I think is from Benjamin's heart. It's all about not holding a gun to people's heads, giving them a choice, in other words. And then he talks about that fat fuck Michael Moore, socialist retard. But it's a case of mistaken identity. It was talking about Michael Moore, the prize fighter. So he thought they were talking about Michael Moore, the socialist retard. Anti-Semitic Sherlock Holmes, funny as fuck, he said. Okay, what do we have here? Okay. Check out his Prager University on the YouTube channel, The Strange Death of Comedy. This is very good. He showed it to us. It's excellent. Check it out on PragerUniversity.com. The Strange Death of Comedy. He also recommended videos Mike Rowe and Ben Shapiro, and another recommended video, The Idea Fest with Jordan Peterson. I don't know if this video was made before he discovered that Jordan Peterson had his imperfections or not, but I'm going to check this out. Okay, video clip of Tom Hanks and a feminine homotype character he's playing. You're taking America's sweetheart, Tom Hanks, this is Benjamin saying this, and having a girl say how sexy she is when she is 6 years old. Miss Ultimate Sexy Contest is what this movie is about. The joke is Hanks, her father, Sophie's father, little girl's name is Sophie, wants to be the little girl. In training her, he says, sexy feet, and they walk like models. To have a girl say she's sexy to a laugh track when she's only 6 years old is bad. Lots of these kids become drug addicts and child stars. This is bad behavior on the surface. This is endangering children. This is passing bad values down. Note, this is what I say, the bad part about Hollywood is they have no values. They don't know when to draw the line in the sand. Sand, this is new information I'm about to give you, although I think I put it on another video. Sand is a result of flux. Each grain of sand is each ejaculation in the world. When you lay on sand, you lay on a bed of cum. The joke in the Tom Hanks movie is he wants to live through his daughter. The brain doesn't care if the experience is real or imagined. You can still feel it. When Sophie is called up, Hank says, "Make Daddy love you." It's sick. I feel the sickness of him. That means I'm getting him. I'm understanding him. I'm feeling him. I'm empathizing with him. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to identify with. I'd better do some talking, Sarah, else I'm going to start thinking and sympathizing with the sick daddy. Talk and share. I'm liking him. I'm liking Tom Hanks. I'm owning what my experience is. I associate Tom Hanks with the Forrest Gump character, a retard who has no hard feelings for anyone. I feel sorry for Forrest Gump. I feel sorry for Tom Hanks. I know Charan Singh, my personal spiritual guide, told me sympathy is next to love. Love is becoming the other person. Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks is Sophie's dad. So Tom Hanks had to fall in love with Forrest Gump to feel the feelings of a character for Forrest Gump, and he had to fall in love with Sophie's dad to feel the feelings of Sophie's dad. You see, so he could act them out and show them to us. Sophie's dad has made his 6-year-old daughter into a sexy object, a sexy Barbie. He wants her to be the ultimate sexy girl. Tom Hanks wanted his daughter to be the ultimate sexy doll so he could love her and become her. The little girl, see, he knows what love is too, even though it's unconscious. The little girl stated early on, my dad wants to be the ultimate sexy little girl, and he can't be. So she understood her father. He can't be physically this life, the sexy little girl, maybe next life, but he can have the experience of being the ultimate sexy little girl in his mind, in his imagination, in his dream state. It is Tom Hanks as Sophie's dad to experience being the ultimate sexy girl. I am now I'm doing talk and share. I am now unconsciously pulling for Sophie to win so Tom Hanks, Sophie's dad, can win. See, they got me. That's why I don't just watch TV. I talk to the TV. I don't let it hypnotize me. That's what I didn't let Obama do that. I used to talk to the TV when he would start his cool act, hypnotizing people. He didn't hypnotize me because I would say, that's not true, or, if it wasn't true or whatever. I didn't just passively allow his bullshit propaganda to go into my brain and make me have sympathy for him and love him and become him. So, can real love... Okay, so I want Sophie's dad so he can win, can realize his dream to vicariously experience being the ultimate sexy girl, because my sympathy has been aroused, and I know how badly Hank, Sophie's dad, wants this. And I feel sorry for him. My feelings for him pushes me to want him to have what he so pathetically and desperately wants. To be desired by males. To be the sex object for males. What you want is wanting you, said St. Paul, Dr. Mike Murdoch. Does this mean Tom Hanks is already a sex object for the many rich and powerful homosexuals in Hollywood? Is he already making males happy, sucking their dicks and fucking and being fucked by them? Is Hanks Sophie's dad out of context? Is Tom Hanks Sophie's dad out of context? He's not physically Sophie, and this is a physical world. I am realizing, I'm still doing talk and share. I am realizing Tom Hanks, Sophie's dad's character, with his sick, syrupy smile of manipulation, insane. The little girl is normal, a little girl trying to win the approval and love of her father. A child is dirt under the parents' feet, as revealed by the Master, my spiritual teacher, my personal spiritual guide. Jesus Christ, Charan Singh Ji, has now chosen to become the dirt under my feet. My child, he was from a royal Indian family. He was a Maharaji, a king, as well as having been the King of Kings, Jesus Christ. What is his reward for having been perfect, a self-sacrificing soul? He gets to be the child of the mercy of Eve, mother of the earth, at the mercy of Eve, mother of the earth, the first female Jesus Christ consciousness, perfect soul. He is betting that Eve, who was Guru Nanak, who was assessed on the astral plane as having been the best mother in the world, will be the best mother in the world again as his mother. You see why he chose me? Charan Singh Ji and his twin, R.N., Evelyn Jones, have chosen to be the dirt under the feet for the Michelle Birdsong Mild Red Songbird. Prince Louis, Kate Middleton, Princess Kate, and Prince William's new baby was Mother Teresa. Her great works as a healer for untouchable lepers, as an inspiration to good people in the world, has earned her the status of royalty. They have great wealth and influence, power, and the highest status in the world. Queen Elizabeth II's next birth is fated to be as a child of the first Black Queen of England, Robin Birdsong. Queen-to-be Robin was already a queen in a past life. She had been Queen Victoria, the great-great-great-grandmother of the present Queen of England, Elizabeth II. Charan Singh Ji, Jesus Christ, Maharaji King, new mother, Eve, mother of the earth, had been Queen Isabella of Spain, who sent and financed Christopher Columbus, the explorer, Eve's daughter Melanie L. Spear, this life to find. See, I'm putting things in context. Some people say I'm connecting the dots. A new land suitable for a heaven on earth. Queen Isabella was also the Virgin Queen of England, Elizabeth I. So the King of India, who had been Jesus Christ, married to Mary, who was Eve, who was Santa Claus. The King of England was Santa Claus, married to Eve, Mary, Elizabeth I, is going to be the child of the Queen of the universe, Eve, Mary, Elizabeth I. Michelle Birdsong. Mary Elizabeth was the name of John Boy's sister in the Waltons, a family that lived on Walton's Mountain. I think I'm right, her name was Mary Elizabeth. Mother Superior sang Climb Every Mountain to the nun, Maria. Mother Teresa, Prince Louis, had been a nun. That's right. Her order was called the Missionaries of Charity. It's a Roman Catholic Latin Church religious congregation established in 1950 by Mother Teresa, now known in the Catholic Church as Saint Teresa of Calcutta. In 2012, it consisted of over 4,500 religious sisters. When I was homeless, I stayed for a time at the Missionaries of Charity Emergency Homeless Shelter for Women on 127th Street and Convent Avenue in Harlem. The women had to leave before 8 a.m. and couldn't return until 4 p.m. every day. One day I was in mid-Manhattan at the library where I went every day to write and print photos. I discovered I didn't have any money, not even car fare, train fare back up to Harlem to the convent. I never got to retrieve my baggage that I had left, my writings, photos, under the bed there that wouldn't fit on my car terrestrials. As Henry Ford, I invented the Model T, model terrestrial. Because I'm a terrestrial from the sun. I was responsible for making the world a car nation. Okay, so as Queen of the Universe, I'm due a coronation. And so is Govinda Singh, who's King of the Cosmos. And so is Singh Birdsong, who's King of America. Okay, so conscious art. During my lifetime, I have consciously created art. My first letter to my so-called dad, where his name was Kenneth, wrote the word love all over the page. A speech in 1957 which I asked a question. This is another thing, work of art I did. I wrote a speech in 1957 where I asked the question, why should we struggle for freedom? Is it because we're black? I was a pioneer in using the word black. It was as taboo as the word nigger is today. My husband, in a past life, Owen Benjamin, is brave enough to use the word nigger in his jokes. Later, rap artists started using the word nigger, calling themselves niggers too. Stokely Carmichael started using the word black. He coined the phrase black power. I dated Stokely in the 1960s. I also volunteered at SNCC, where he was the president of a civil rights organization. He treated me like a princess, even if he was Virgo critical at times. He had been my husband in a past life. One day he took me to a charity event of one of the middle-class West Indian women, or maybe she was American black, fairly light-skinned, though not as light-skinned as me, said to Stokely accusatorily about me, "Is she white?" I put my hand forward introducing myself. I said, "No, I'm a nigger like you is." She wouldn't shake my hand. Obviously the word was toxic. Okay, let's see what this is. Said, the ad's ID. No, she. S for she. She adds ID. She, A for adds ID. She aid, and put the S at the end of aid. AIDS. Okay? Now the word nigger was toxic. As toxic as the homosexual disease AIDS, which soon came into existence as an epidemic, just as nigger self-described, making rap songs became widely popular. I found out recently that a nigger is at the level of a chigger, bedbugs, and gnats. Gnats decoded. Girl in at Talk and Share. That's what I'm doing, Talk and Share, right? And then it says girl niche at Talk and Share. My niche, the people like me, do talk and share. The black racist woman said, "I'm not a nigger." Okay. When I was visiting my personal spirit, and I said, "Well, I am," because I was being very black at that time. A racist, actually. When I was visiting a black racist, when I was visiting but I didn't know I was a black racist. It seemed like I was just doing justice. When I was visiting my personal spiritual guide, who'd been my husband twice, my babysitting little boy, the little boy I babysat, Calvin Lewis, said, "We're all struggling souls," but he was Charan Singh when he said this. As king during the 1950s, Charan Singh insisted on going to the place of the untouchables and eating with them, even though his board of directors said, "Don't do that, you don't eat with the untouchables, you're a king, for Christ's sake." So he was Christ. Pretty soon afterwards, what is that word? The caste system in India was abolished. It became illegal. Okay, that was because he did that. He made it. He made it illegal. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. visited the land of spirituality, India. Then he brought their tactic of nonviolent protest. Charan Singh Ji, in effect, protested the rule of no interactions with the untouchables, just as Mother Teresa would do and with the untouchable lepers, and Mahatma Gandhi would do. Dr. King, civil rights movement for American blacks leaders, hero like Jesus Christ, a martyr, and busloads of students from the high-class black college, Fisk University, used to protest the laws of segregation. Let me just finish this. So Dr. King the Martyr is now Lou Ranziger, Melanie Lynn Spear's son. Melanie Lynn Spear was Christopher Columbus and Miles Red's grandson. She's Eve, Mother of the Earth. Okay, so he protested segregation, the no colored allowed laws that the Irish experienced when they came to America to find food to escape the potato famine in Ireland. Okay, St. Patrick, his full name is Marwin Socat. Marwin broken down is we may win. May win, see? It's permission for a win. His name is permission for a win. And Sucat, Sun, Sea, Conscious, U.S. at terrestrial. Okay, so he's saying the terrestrial is a conscious person in the U.S. The Son sees this and knows this. The Son is the Lord above. He sees and knows everything. Okay, and St. Patrick was Melanie L. Spear, who had been Christopher Columbus, the explorer, who had been hired by Queen Isabella. Eve, Mary, Mild Red, Mrs. Santa is Mild Red. D. Michelle Birdsong, Spear's youngest child, Melanie Spear this life. Is Melanie Spear this life. Christopher decoded. Christ, order, present her. See, order. So you present her. That's Christ's order. Okay, that could be Queen Isabella, present Queen Isabella, so she can give Christopher Columbus the money to find a new home for heaven on earth. C, order, will write, L is for will write, U, Michelle Birdsong. Oh no, it's Michael Bublé, sorry. C, order, will write, you, Michael Bublé, MB, Michael Bublé, us, Adam and Eve. Okay, that's right. Yeah, okay. All right, so Melanie's father, Michael John Spear. Melanie's Christopher Columbus, don't forget, and St. Patrick. Melanie's father, Michael John Spear, had been married to Melanie's mother, who was Eve, when he had been the great master, Sarwan Singh Ji, Jesus Christ consciousness, said Mahatma Gandhi's ego was too big for him to fit in heaven. Heaven decoded. He, Eve, are even. He, Adam, and Eve are even. When Adam, Michael Bublé, and Eve, D. Michelle Birdsong, are even, they can officially marry and their children will be content. Events forgiven. Even, vent, talk and share. And then forgiven. Forgiven, order, given. Okay, so the order to have forgiven has been given. Okay, so heaven on earth for eternity. Let's see, what's this? Oh, they are decoded. The Einstein Evangeline energy, I, her, he. Okay. So that's Einstein Evangeline, the same person as Eve. Okay. And that's me. I, her, he. That's me. Miles Red Songbird, D. Michelle Birdsong. Heaven on earth for eternity will have begun. Once this is the forgiven order has been given, you see. Once Adam and Eve have forgiven each other. Have begun. Be energy. Grandest good, Son. Okay, be the energy of the grandest good, the Son. That would be the heaven on earth. The heaven on earth is going to be the energy of the heaven with the grandest good, the Son. That's fantastic. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to end the tape now. And I'll make a part 2 because I don't think this video will let me continue. And I don't want it to break up somewhere I don't want it to end. So I'll do part 2. Okay, so Miles Red Songbird, connecting the dots or putting bits and pieces of information into the proper context so you can have a full understanding of the world and of Adam and Eve. Okay, bye.